Over the edge for the critically loved. What does that mean? We're going to make sure that you know all about it. I want to welcome my guests who are here. Tia Lynn Scott, Executive Director of Critically Loved, and also Lori Nelson from Barron Heights. Tia, this is huge. Explain how this came about.
Well, we had to think outside of the box a little bit for fundraising, being during COVID, and just thought an outside activity where maybe get people out of their box a little bit and do something a little daring for special needs families would be fun. So,
okay, when they say over the edge, they're talking about seriously going over the edge,
Yes.
repelling. But talk about how Critically Loved came about and what you do.
okay. So I have a daughter who's 21 years old now and is diagnosed with life-threatening internal bleeding.
She was 5 then, though, right?
Diagnosed, yes. And she's been in and out of the hospital her whole life, and it took me a long time to learn how to manage her health care. And I struggled through that. And I didn't know about denied medical claims. How do I get out-of-network things approved? What do I do about school? She was homeschooled. I didn't know she could miss school and have a medical intervention plan. So about 10 years into it, I said, I've got to help other families not struggle like I did. And so started Critically Love in 2015 as a practical resource with like school, medical bills, health insurance, things like that. And then it expanded from there. Well, how else do families need support? They need professional counseling because this is a hard road. So we provide that. They need community. They need to meet other families that are going through this
When
hard
you
thing
see
together.
somebody else has gotten further down the road than you have, then you look down there and say, I can make it.
That's right. And what are the resources and tools I need to get there? And so we give parents those tools up front instead of having to learn it themselves, so they're not struggling through all that practical side. And then when we put them in a room together, they will find each other. And we do events like Special Needs Moms Night Out. We're doing that with our partner Barron Heights and Down Syndrome of Louisville and FEAT. We work a lot with FEAT, Families for Effective Autism Treatment. So we partner a lot with other nonprofits to provide this support to one another. And so we thought, well, if we're going to do a fundraiser, why not invite our other nonprofit partners to do that with us as well? So that's what we did.
Isn't that the coolest, though? I mean, that is the neatest idea. Even having a son that was a severe chronic asthmatic, I just, man, there were some days I sat on the floor and cried because I thought, how am I going to get it done? As a working mom,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, as a working single mom, it was just overwhelming. So we are raising funds. How many groups do you work with, or is that ever changing?
As Critically Loved, we currently have 59 partners.
Oh.
And those are other nonprofits and pediatric health providers. That's how we connect with families to let them know about our services. This particular fundraiser is just with 3 partners. So Spina Bifida Association of Kentucky, and then Barron Heights and I are doing this together. And so this is a going over the edge means you're rappelling literally off of the Hyatt downtown, 18 stories.
Wow, and hello. So Lori, talk about Barron Heights and why you all feel so connected with Critically Loved.
Well, you know, we partner all the time because we're very similar and complementary in the types of organizations that we do. We're dealing with a lot of, you know, seriously ill and disabilities and, you know, all of the issues that families are going through with, you know, kids that have issues. And it's, you know, it's always just a pleasure. We just did family movie night a few weeks ago.
Because you all try to sponsor retreats and just things that just help people recharge, revive, and just be able to redo everything they just did.
Well, Barron Heights, we actually, we're a Louisville-based Christian charity that serves families who have children with physical and developmental disabilities. So we do that with the retreat center that we have down at Barron River Lake, and we provide free family respite weekends.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
That means so much when you can just get things back together.
Yes, and you know, we had we shut down for the pandemic, but we resumed again this season, so it's very exciting. You know, we've adapted our retreat center for COVID, and you know, we're doing things a little bit differently. But our families are just beyond thrilled to be able to get back together again.
Yeah.
And then we also have a Louisville Community Center where we do free family programming, and this the Louisville Community Center is more often than not when we partner with, you know, folks like Tia and the Spina Bifida folks.
So I mean, honestly, if you're going through something, there's always some kind of help in this city. I do believe that. So Over the Edge, Saturday, November 13th. All right, this is actually repelling. 18 stories at the Hyatt Regency. Who signs up for this? Like, if somebody just got excited, I know. I mean, I'm afraid of heights, but how can you sign up for this? And what are the guidelines? Yeah.
So anyone can join in between 100 and 300 pounds. There's no age restriction on that. As long as
Really?
they're any most abilities, we are accommodating that. We're allowing extra time for individuals with different abilities to join us on this rappel. Most of the families that are signing up for individuals are rappelling in honor of a special needs child in their life. So I'll be rappelling in honor of my daughter. A lot of people are doing that, or if you just want to support like a great charity that does work in the community, we never charge families for any of our services because they're overwhelmed with medical bills, time off work to care for their child. A lot of parents have to stop working altogether. One of the parents to stay home with the child, so we never want to add to that. So without these kind of fundraisers, we can't exist and we can't service these families. So
And the families desperately need what you do.
absolutely,
Totally understand that. So if they're fundraising, though, you do need to fundraise in order to rappel. What's the minimum there?
So the goal is $1,000.
Right.
So we're not going
And
to
you
say,
just ask your friends.
Yes.
Ask all your friends, your neighbors, and absolutely anybody on Facebook.
right. And if you don't reach that $1,000, we're not going to say,
Yeah, they're not
you
gonna say,
can't
"Go
come."
away.
But that is the goal. That is the goal so we can help reach this goal. It is going to be so much fun. We are so excited. And if you just want to come cheer on people, we're going to have a chicken lounge where people who don't
I'm
want
in
to
the chicken lounge. I'm in the chicken lounge. They can go to criticallylove.org/events. They need to sign up in order to do this. Did we miss anything else that you want folks to know?
Well, anybody can sign up. I mean, you know, we have about 10 folks going over the edge from Barron Heights, and what,
Oh my goodness.
you know, we've really put some pressure on our board members
ready to go over the edge
for
with me?
tossing the boss.
Yeah, that's something fun you can do for a corporation. is
boss.
toss
Yeah,
the
toss
boss.
the boss.
But we will give him a rope, guys. We're not going to we're going to give him a rope. criticallylove.org/events. You all, this is so wonderful to know that whatever you're going through, you've got support. But in order to give that support, they certainly need funds. If they just want to give and don't want to rappel, where can they do that, Tia Lynn?
On our website too, criticallylove.org, and at the top you can click on donate.
All right. We appreciate you so much. Appreciate you both. Thank you. All right.